G'day guys, today we're going to open the vault, we're going to pick a bike and we're going to see if we can get it running, so let's go. Here we go, waiting. Oh, looky here. Righto, let's wander in. We're going to have a go at that one today. That's a 1976 RD400 Yamaha. Guess I'm going to have to shift this one to get that one out. Bit of rubbish in there as well, but anyway, let's get into it. And there it is, the two-stroke assassin out of the dungeon. It's been a couple of years, or a few years since I've ridden this, I think. Let's poke her over in the workshop there, and we'll see what we need to do to get it going. Got to put some air in those tyres for a start. They were flat, a bit hard to push, but anyway. And there's no reason to do any work on that one. First go every time. Well, first thing I think we're going to do is we're going to pump these tyres up in case I've got to push it any further. I'm knackered. I can hear some fuel swishing around in there. Don't know whether it's any good or not. We'll have a sniff of that in a minute. But first things first, we'll put some air in these tyres. I first got this bike in, I think it was about 1989. I paid $600 for it and used to use it as a commuter to go to work and back. I blew it up. The oil line popped out of the carby and seized one side, so I parked it for many years. Yeah, and I reckon about 10 years ago, maybe 12 years ago, I pulled it out of the shed, rebuilt the engine, put it all back together, crashed it, put it away again, rebuilt it again, and then rode it for a few years, on and off, and it's been parked up for probably 3 or 4 years. I don't know now. We'll have a look. I think I'm going to have to replace the battery. We'll have a look at that in a minute. And I was just looking at this back tyre. That's the tyre that was on it when I purchased it 35 years ago. So I better have a good look at that, make sure it's not too perish, but that just shows how many miles I haven't done on this bike. Okay, tyres are pumped up. Now we'll pop the seat and have a look under there, and we'll see what sort of nick that battery's in. I'll just find my multimeter. Well, I just checked that battery. She's dead as a dicky bird. We'll whip her out. I dare say we're going to have to go and buy a new one. Good luck with finding one of them. Well, there's the battery out of the bike. No wonder she's saying nothing. That's when I bought it, 26th of the 9th, 18. I dare say that's well and truly cactus. I'll try and find another lead acid one. I'd rather probably only pay $50 for one of those. Whereas if I bought a motor bat, it'd be double that, and through lack of use, I'd have to chuck a $100 battery in the bin instead of a $50 one. So anyway, off to the shops. Well, we're just back from the shops, and as luck would have it, the shop had one, and I was just having a bit of a chuckle because he had to go through a heap of stuff to find this one. But I looked at the serial number, or the number on the top of this one, the old one, says 10612 XA01, and the number on this says 10613 XA01. So I'm tipping they were both made at the same time, and they've had that one sitting on the shelf from when I bought that one. So lucky me, actually got one. It's been charged up and is holding a charge because that RD400 won't run without a battery. We'll write the date on this and we'll pop it in and see if we've got lights or anything. Well, there we go. I've written a date on that. We'll pop that in the motorbike. We'll pop the breather hose on it, and then we'll hook it up. Well, there we go. Turns out that battery wasn't as charged as what I thought it might be. Moment of truth. We've got some power, but from memory, this motorcycle wouldn't run unless it had a reasonably charged battery. So while we've got that on charge for a little while, we'll check some of the oils and other things, and that petrol. Righto, the two-stroke oil tank. Let's see what we've got in here. Oh, that's promising. That's it's got a couple of inches in the bottom of the tank, so we've no need to go out and buy two-stroke oil. Right, we'll check the gearbox oil now. Well, here's the transmission oil dipstick over here. We'll whip that out. Probably should do this while it was on the centre stand, but we should get an idea whether it's got oil or not. That doesn't look promising. We'll put it on the centre stand and have a look. Okay, take two. Bike's up on the centre stand. Absolutely nothing. We better put something in there. And for the sake of the transmission having some oil or not having some oil, we're going to chuck some of this 15W40 engine oil in there. Got a little bit there, just chuck a little bit more in and we should be right. Yep, that's got oil, let's go. What we'll do now is we'll pop this gas tank lid and stick our snoz in there and see if it still smells like petrol. Oh yeah, baby, that's good gas. And right down here we've got the fuel tap. We're going to pop that on reserve because I've got no idea how much fuel's in there, and I don't know whether we're going to have to pull these carbies off or not yet because they were definitely full of fuel when it was parked up. They weren't drained out. So anyway, let's pop this up here and see if we've got any leaks. Well, we've got fuel going into the carby. I just saw it running down the hose. It's a good start. Can't see anything dripping so far. Right, I will give that a couple of minutes and make sure there's no fuel leaks. Well, we're fast approaching the moment of truth. The little battery charger there says that it's got a charge in it. Put that over there. We'll close the lid. And trust me, I haven't had this going, so you can either watch me kick it 3 or 4 times or 300 or 400 times. Anyway, let's turn this on and see what happens. We'll put the choke on. That's that one. Yep. Fuel's on, ignition's on. Kill switch doesn't work, so that must be on. No horn, doesn't look good. Not even thinking about going. I don't know what position that's in. Oh, here we go. Oh, listen to that purr. Who doesn't love the smell of two-stroke in the workshop? wondering now, don't you? I'm going to go and get the rego label for this thing, put it on. I'm going to update my vehicle logbook, and I'm going to go for a ride. Well, we're just about to go for a run down the road. For those that know me, I've got a bit of protective gear on. This thing tried to kill me in a past life. Anyway, it might be a bit of wind noise, so I might have to unplug that external microphone. But let's go for a run down the road. We'll check the brakes first. Yep, we got brakes, that's the main thing. Let's go. Tell you what, it's hard to get that smile off your face. I'm going to tell you guys something for free. If you get the chance to ride one of these old girls, that's 49 years old, that bike. They are just awesome. Look, I'm not going to lie to you today, that has lost a little bit of snot, so I am going to have to pull those carbies off, give them a good clean out. I'm going to have to do the air cleaner too, but it means pulling the tank off, so I'm pretty confident if I just pull those carbies off and give them a wash, they'll be right. But have a look at that machine. I reckon that whole bike now deserves a wash. That's what I'll do. And here's a look at it from the other side. We'll park that over here on the lawn and give her a squirt now and then put it back in the workshop. And there's 400cc of pure madness after a bit of a wash. She's still a bit moist, as am I. I've had a bit of a think about the lack of get up and go. It's probably just that old fuel in there, so I reckon I'll just drain that out and put some clean stuff in there, or some new stuff. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed that today, something a little bit different. I'll tell you what, if I get enough likies and subscribers, I'll pull another one out of the shed and we'll see what we can do with that one. Anyhow, once again, thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.